Welcome to the monochromatic mind. We've actually kept the visuals on this one pretty simple, so you can just listen if you like, and really let this topic sink in.
You know that feeling, right? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You are supposed to be sound asleep, but your brain, let's just call it your inner monkey for now, decides that this, right now, is the perfect time to play a little highlight reel of all your greatest awkward hits.
And boom, just like that, you are reliving the moment in stunning 4K, full surround sound. Your brain just loops it again and again. If any of that sounds even a little bit familiar, trust me, you are in very, very good company.
Yep, you've just taken an unscheduled trip to a place we've all been, Overthinking land. And the tour guide on this little late-night excursion, well, it's that inner monkey of yours. So let's figure out what's going on here.
Okay, so what is this thing? What exactly is happening on our heads when we get caught in these endless, kind of stressful thought loops? Let's pin down a definition. Here it is, plain and simple. Your brain takes a small, totally manageable thought, like a small banana, and it just blows it way out of proportion until it's a massive, complicated catastrophe. A whole banana drama. And the tricky part is, it feels productive, but it almost never is.
Now, you gotta know, overthinking isn't just one thing. It actually shows up in two main flavors. On one hand, you've got rumination. That's all about being stuck in the past, replaying that embarrassing moment on a loop. And on the other hand, you have worrying. That's all about the future, constantly imagining every possible thing that could go wrong. They feel a little different, sure, but the end result is the same, a brain that just refuses to turn off.
But why? Why on earth do our brains do this to us? I mean, it feels completely counterproductive, doesn't it? Well, as it turns out, there are some really deep, even evolutionary reasons behind all this mental chaos.
First off, it really is a survival instinct. Our brains are literally hardwired to scan for danger. You know, back in the day, that rustle in the bushes could have been a lion, so it paid to be a little paranoid. That programming is still in there. We also trick ourselves with this illusion of control, this idea that if we just think through every single outcome, we can somehow control what happens. And get this, there's a chemical reason too. Your brain gets a tiny little reward, a hit of dopamine, for problem solving, even if the problem is totally imaginary and the solving is just you stressing out.
So yeah, this little habit isn't exactly free. Running on that mental hamster wheel, it comes with a pretty high price tag that affects our decisions, our sleep, and our sanity. You know, the real danger here is that all of this thinking, it leads to not doing. You get trapped in decision paralysis, spending an hour trying to pick a movie until you don't even want to watch one anymore. You lose sleep, your confidence takes a nosedive, and you waste so much valuable time. And maybe the worst part of all, it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. You worry so much about being awkward in a conversation that you end up, well, being awkward.
Now, overthinking isn't a one-size-fits-all problem. It shows up in a few different, let's call them personalities. So as we go through these, see if you recognize your own personal inner monkey.
First up, we've got the time traveler. This monkey is never, ever in the present. It's either obsessing over mistakes from the past or anxiously worrying about problems that might happen in the future. Its mind is always anywhere but here.
Then there's the detective. This monkey is a social CSI, analyzing every single tiny detail of every interaction. A slight pause in a conversation, a weird look. To the detective, it's all evidence of some secret, hidden, probably negative meaning. And here we have the disaster forecaster. This one is a world-class expert at catastrophizing. They can take a simple plan and spiral it into the absolute worst-case scenario with record-breaking speed. A picnic isn't just a picnic, it's an open invitation for a freak thunderstorm, killer bees, or, zombies. And finally, we have the perfectionist. This monkey gets completely bogged down in the details, chasing an impossible standard. It will tweak and refine and edit forever because it's convinced that anything less than absolutely flawless is a complete and total failure, which usually just leads to not finishing anything at all.
Okay, so, did you spot your monkey? The good news is you're not stuck in overthinking land forever. There are some real, practical, actionable things you can do to escape the loop.
The very first step is just noticing. That's it. Catch yourself in the act and just name it. Say to yourself, loop detected. Then you can start to challenge the thoughts. Your brain goes, what if I fail? You need to ask it right back, yeah, but what if I succeed? You can also try something called mental parking. Just write the worry down on a piece of paper and promise your brain you'll think about it later at a specific time.
You're acknowledging the thought without letting it hijack your whole day.
You know, an overthinking brain loves an idle mind. So give your brain a new job. Do something physical, anything. Doodle, organize a junk drawer, whatever. When it comes to small decisions, give yourself a time limit. Use the 2-minute rule. Make a choice and move on. And please, never underestimate the power of just getting up and moving. A short walk can physically interrupt that mental hamster wheel and completely reset your brain.
Now, if you feel a big worry spiral coming on, this technique is your secret weapon. It's so powerful because it forces your brain out of the past or the future and right into the present moment by making you use your senses. Overthinking literally cannot survive in the now. You just go through the list. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can physically touch, and so on. It's such a simple but incredibly effective circuit breaker for your brain.
So, when you get right down to it, the goal isn't to completely silence your inner monkey. That's probably not even possible. It's really about changing your relationship with it. It's about understanding why it's there and then learning how to gently guide it.
Think about it like this. Your overthinking brain isn't broken. It's just a little too good at its job. It's like having this super overprotective security guard who's just trying to keep you safe but has a ridiculously sensitive alarm system. The goal isn't to fire the security guard, it's to just walk over, thank him for being so vigilant, and then calmly let him know, hey, it's okay, it was just a leaf, I've got this.
And that really brings us to the most important takeaway here. You can't stop every random thought that pops into your head, just like you can't stop every leaf from blowing past that date. But you have 100% of the power to decide which thoughts you engage with, which ones you investigate, and which ones you reward with your attention and energy. In other words, you get to decide which thoughts you feed the bananas to. And that choice, that's always yours.
If you liked this video, then don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.